I know XO was like, damn, what he at?
Right.
Damn, it's hot in this garage. All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right, let's get it. Hey, what up, y'all? We are live. Welcome to Blues House. I'm your host. I got the homie with me, Jacoby. What up, Cole?
What's going on, fam?
How you doing, man? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
How your day been, man? You say you was off today?
Yeah. I took the day off. Moving some stuff into the new house.
Okay, okay. That's what's up, man. Oh, and congrats on the new house, man. Congrats on that.
Appreciate that.
I know
Appreciate that.
that's big. That's big. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Right.
but yeah, everybody, welcome to the channel, man. We are live. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when we go on. As always, you can support the channel, buymeacoffee.com/blueshouse. Get on there, support. Let us know what you want to see, what you want. And let's grow this channel. Let's make it happen. So without further ado, we're just gonna hop right on into it, man. Black Panther 2. Now with some news that came out.
An interview with the Pizza Nwongo, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Um,
saw that.
it wasn't necessarily a big deal, I would say, you know what I'm saying? But I wanna speak on what she said and then go off. I don't want to say go off on a tangent, but go off from there about Black Panther 2, the obstacles that everybody's facing to actually put this film together. So
Right.
let me pull it up because I think this is it's hard, man. It's gonna be hard for everybody to or not necessarily everybody, but to make this work with what I'm saying. Well, how I feel. I'll get into it. Let me read the article first
Okay.
before I get into it. And this is from our friends over there at ScreenRant.com. It says Black Panther 2 was reshaped to respect Chadwick Boseman's death. In a recent interview, actress Lupita Nyong'o opened up about the realities of creating Black Panther 2 in the wake of the death of lead actor Chadwick Boseman. Boseman, who portrayed the Black Panther, aka T'Challa of Wakanda, in the first film, died last year at the age of 43 from colon cancer. The sequel to Black Panther has been highly anticipated since the first film's release, but Boseman's untimely death has brought about many questions about the state of the future film. Boseman created massive intrigue among Marvel fans when he first appeared as T'Challa, Black Panther in 2016's Captain America Civil War. Not long after that, the first Black Panther released in 2018 as the 18th film, Phase 3 in MCU, to an enormous uproar, critical and financial success. Black Panther broke tons of records, including the highest grossing film by a black director, and at the time, in the top 10 highest grossing films of all time. Black Panther was nominated for multiple Oscars, including Best Picture, the first super film to be nominated in the category, and won 3 of them. Clearly, the film made an enormous impact as not only an incredible successful Marvel film, but the first black Marvel superhero film as well. Boseman, as that superhero, was in incredibly large part of the global impact. Boseman, co-star and love interest in Black Panther, Academy Award-winning actress Lupita Nyong'o, revealed to Yahoo that the sequel was reimagined to properly address a world without T'Challa and without Chadwick Boseman. In the interview, Nwongo explains that filming the sequel will be incredibly difficult for her because she is still immensely grieving over Boseman's passing. This is what she said below. She said, people will ask me, are you excited to go back? Excitement isn't the word. I feel like I'm in a very pensive and meditative state when it comes to Black Panther 2. His passing is still extremely raw for me, and I can't even begin to imagine what it would be like to step on set and not have him there. Uh, this article that long. I'm gonna keep
Hmm.
going though. Then she goes on to briefly mention the future of the Black Panther sequel, explaining that Coogler made the right approach. Luongo talks about how Coogler reshaped the entire second movie to properly address Boseman passing and to respect and honor the incredible person and talent that he was. But at the same time, we have a leader in Ryan who feels very much like we do, who feels like the loss in a very, very real way as well. And his idea, the way in which he reshaped the second movie is so respectful of the loss we've all experienced as a cast and as a world. So it feels spiritually and emotionally correct to do this. And hopefully what I do look forward to is getting back together and honoring what he started with us and holding his light through it, because he left us a lot of light and we're still going to be bathing in. I know that for sure. Boseman's
Hmm.
death left fans and colleagues with an incredible heavy heart and left the intended sequel in heavily murky water. Shortly after Boseman's death, it was thankfully announced that Marvel wouldn't be recasting T'Challa. However, the predictable questions only loomed larger without the Black Panther. What will Black Panther 2 look like? And even more, will it be worth it? I kind of want to stop right there because they kind of like gave you an oxymoron. They said, thankfully announced that Marvel would not be casting T'Challa. However, the predictable questions only loom larger without Black Panther. What will Black Panther 2 look like? And even more, will it be worth it? So if that's on y'all mind,
They might not even make
given
this movie.
given the care that Boseman's fellow castmates and leader Ryan Coogler had for the late actor and still have for the incredible importance of the franchise for Marvel's Black fans in particular, it's no surprise that the minds behind Black Panther 2 are doing everything they can to make a great movie and worthy film. And perhaps Nyong'o points out in the interview, the best way for fans to grieve for Boseman and T'Challa is to do it with all the people, fictional and real, who care than one film, one loving message. While fans own theories of about Black Panther 2, it's clear that no matter what the outcome is, fans will be watching, saluting Wakanda forever. The film is set to release July of 2022. And that is the end. How do you feel about that?
Like you said, it feels like they said without saying that there's a chance that they might not even make this flick, man. They might just completely scrap the idea and just keep it moving forward. I don't
Yeah,
like that that's a possibility.
I'm torn on it, and I don't. Let me ask you this,
Okay.
or let me see if you fall in the same category that I fall in. It seems like when uh, Kevin Feige came out and announced that they would not be recasting T'Challa, a lot of people praised that notion. And I'm not saying that that's, a bad notion. I'm neither here nor there on it. But it seems like a lot more people are cool with giving up on that character. How do you feel about them because with what we just read and what they just said, uh basically that we're going forward in a world without T'Challa or Black Panther. Now, that can happen in many ways. Like I said, one of the ways they can go is the 5 years within the blip. Maybe we'll get that storyline. But this seems the way she's talking, like that's not the storyline. They're talking like they're killing T'Challa off. How do
Right.
you how do you feel about them praising giving up on the character? Because to me, that's what it is. You're giving up on this character. And to me, you're giving up on Chad. To me, you're giving up on Chad Boseman's legacy too with that. That's how I feel personally.
It feels like they're not doing do I feel like they're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. You can't recast because then you have people mad about this. If they cancel the character, they have people gonna be mad on that side. I feel like they think this is the lesser of two evils to just cancel the character completely.
Mm. Do you believe that? Do you believe that's the lesser of two evils?
No, I feel like they could recast them with somebody and it would be totally fine.
Yeah, I'm with you,
We're
man.
talking about a movie here, you know what I'm saying?
Right. The T'Challa didn't die. Chad, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
T'Challa didn't die. And not to sound insensitive or anything like that, but I mean that's just facts. You know what I'm saying?
right.
and it's plenty of ways we can honor his legacy. But to kill off T'Challa, to kill off the character, I don't, even if you pat, to me, it's disrespectful. Even if they pass the mental down to Shuri or bring back Michael B. Jordan, I still feel like it's disrespectful to everything that Chadwick Boseman put into creating the character of T'Challa. You know what I'm saying? His part in it.
Right.
Now, we talked about this the other day, saying that, is this multiverse thing going to play a big part? And is this just Marvel getting lazy and not wanting to, like you said, not wanting to do the due diligence of maybe they should survey the fans. Maybe they, you know what I'm saying, they don't have to necessarily put their name on the survey, but maybe they should send, you know what I'm saying, get on Twitter, get on Facebook, get on TikTok and all these social media spots and survey the fans to see exactly what these fans would like to see. Because right now, to me, I feel like they're in no man's land, no
Right.
man's territory. They don't know what to do going forward. This might be the ultimate wrongdoing, or it could be the best thing going forward, which I highly doubt. Like you said, is this the lesser of two evils? Maybe, maybe not. But I don't think they know the landscape that they're playing with right now. I think right
Right.
now, Ryan Coogler, and I got all praise for him, he might be shooting from the hip with this. Even
Right.
Kevin Feige might be shooting from the hip because this is something new. You know what I'm saying? In a franchise like this, you haven't had people pass. You haven't had people die in real life to where now
Right.
you got to make a decision to recast or to keep going.
Right.
How do you feel?
Um, I feel like they're going to make people upset either way.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they should, I feel like that's them being cowardice, like you said, to the legacy, because if they cancel the character, you know, all the story that they used to build the character and all that, it was all for naught.
All for now. Yeah. Yeah. And the to get away from the personal note, the future implications that the character has going forward in the MCU, to me,
Exactly.
it outweighs, you know what I'm saying? It's far greater than what you're trying to
Okay,
do.
we might piss up a couple people off
Right.
by
Yeah. You know what
recasting the
I'm saying?
character. Yep.
Do you think they're going to use the multiverse to kill that T'Challa off and bring in a new T'Challa? Is that what it is? You know what I'm saying?
Sounds
But
like the cop out that they'll pull.
yeah, the cop out. But the reason I don't like that is when you do something like that, you have to explain appearance. This would be a whole new person that will be playing T'Challa. And if they do bring him in, that means that Shuri, his sister, uh, Lupita's character, who played his love interest, or Okoye, who was his right-hand man, his right-hand person,
Mhm.
they all have to be cool with accepting this new guy into their world, because we're not getting different versions of Shuri, Okoye, and who did Lupita play?
What was that
Got her name.
character's name? Yeah.
I forgot her name. But either way, they're not being recasted, or it's not gonna be new versions of them coming over from the MCU. I mean, from the multiverse. If they decide to do a multiverse storyline, it'll just be T'Challa, right? And going forward, he would have to fit into this canon timeline.
Only way I see them doing it and it making sense is they just with the multiverse is Killmonger.
Okay,
Killmonger, yeah, that's still alive. That never lost the mantle of Black Panther, and that I mean that kind of that rights are wrong, honestly, for killing the character off.
right. Well,
Multiverse version of him, Michael B. Jordan plays him.
mhm.
That feels like an easy answer to that question.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this: if you bring Killmonger back, have him take over the mantle, then what going forward? Is he still anti, uh, and imperialism, anti-colonialism? Is he still trying to continue with said mission that he had, even though this is this is a whole different Killmonger? But
Right.
he should still have that same motivation. Is that still the same motivation? And how would that fit in with the MCU going forward?
You would think, I mean, they would have to, I mean, to follow continuity, but I mean, like I said, I don't know what to expect with this multiverse thing. It's going to be so bonkers. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what to expect.
Right.
They literally have the power to change any character into anything they want
Yeah. And
and
and I
blame it
kind
on the multiverse.
of blame it on them, and I kind of hate that because I just feel going to bring forth some. I just feel it's going to bring forth some lazy writing. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? Or some, like we said, copping out, not explaining some things that need to be explained.
Yep.
This, you know what I'm saying? They could Game of Thrones it right now. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I don't want to see them do that. So, um, but yeah, I really don't know what to say. Um, I wish I could talk to Ryan Coogler and actually pick his brain and see. You know, he doesn't have to tell me what the movie is about or anything like that. But I wish I could interview him and like just pick his brain and see what are the obstacles he's facing. Why is
Right.
he deciding to do this? Has he done research to say that this is the best way going, or is this just an emotional decision? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because I feel like it's an emotional decision that they're doing.
Right.
And I don't want it to be based off emotion because soon as he passed, they came out and said, "Oh, we're not recasting." Like they didn't even let
The
nothing.
Sting.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like nothing was on hiatus. They didn't push it back. They didn't do nothing. They just said, "No, we're going forward. We're not recasting." That lets me know that they're gonna kill the character. To me, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like they had that contingency plan already.
right. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like that, man. I feel like they letting us down with that.
Right.
That's how I feel. I feel like they're letting the fans down. They're letting Chadwick down. Even the actors. I know they're emotionally attached to Chadwick, but his legacy is gonna live on regardless they recast or not because he was the first.
Right.
He is Michael Keaton. He
Right.
is Tobey Maguire.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's him now. So when we speak of Black Panther, we're all his Chadwick,
Always.
no matter what, synonymous with it. But that doesn't mean that this character can't be recast. Andrew Garfield came in and filled in for Tobey Maguire. Maybe wasn't the best iteration, but guess what? It made money.
Yep.
It didn't tear the fans down to where they boycotted a film or anything like that. Val Kilmer came in, stepped in for Michael Keaton. Mixed reviews. Nobody boycotted. Nobody quit going. The next Batman movie that came out, people still showed up.
Yep.
And the three after that, they still showed up. So to me, this is just I want to say it's a step in the wrong direction for me personally. That's how I feel. It's a step in the wrong direction.
I agree. I agree. Um, and like I said, I just I hope they don't go that route. Like I said, to avoid stepping on toes, because they're going to
Mhm.
step on way more toes going this route than just to recast and make it easier on themselves. Let people
Yeah,
be upset for one movie, but get an actor that's going to really bring it and really, 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 really make the character their own.
right. I just think now we had COVID happen. That should have gave them time to reassess. Um,
Yep.
and then within that time, they announced that they were doing a Wakanda television series. So what I would have done if I'm Kevin Feige, and not saying that I don't trust Kevin Feige or he's making a wrong move on this, but I would use the Wakanda series as that grieving period, not only for the cast and crew, but for the fans and the audience to grieve through.
Right.
To me, that's the time to where I give you Wakanda in all its glory without its king, without T'Challa.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe through the
Hmm.
blip. And then it'll be easier for me to explain a different actor coming in because when he did show up after, you know what I'm saying, in Endgame, Was it his? Yeah, his face was shown. His face was shown,
Yep.
but it was brief. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? It was brief, and I don't. He wasn't even at Tony Stark's funeral, if I don't remember, if I'm
Not that I
correct.
remember.
So that's when you can set it up and say, okay, here's our new T'Challa going forward, and have, you know what I'm saying? They could even shoot scenes like a flashback scene of him during the fight with Thanos and everything like that, just to connect it all together. That, you know what I'm saying, a 5 minute quick flashback or something like that, just to connect
Yep.
everything together. And now this is your Thanos. I mean Thanos. This is your Black Panther. This is your T'Challa going forward. I just,
It will be so simple.
yeah, you see how simple we just did that? Like,
Made it
I don't
very
know.
easy.
Because, all right, they killed T'Challa. What's the story going forward? Give me, if you can, I'm going to ask you this. If you can, give me a synopsis for what you think Black Panther 2 would be going forward. No T'Challa, no Black Panther.
Um, the struggle between who takes the mantle, between who
Okay.
becomes the king or queen of, Wakanda, the five tribes.
hmm So would it be, you got M'Baku. We know he always wanted to be
Right.
king anyway. But I guess you would have to add some new characters to challenge that, right?
Right. There was other tribes.
There was
They
other
could have
tribes.
their own champions. They just when they showed them in the movie, they just knew not to. They yielded every single one of them.
Right. Right. Now, the information that we do have from this movie is they are adding. I want to say he's a Mexican actor, right? Um, and so that means that they're not going to be in Wakanda, or I don't foresee them just strictly being in Wakanda in this movie. So you
I
have to
believe that
have.
that guy. Yeah, the believe that the big bad for this movie was supposed to be Namor.
Is it supposed to be Namor?
That's what all the leaks and everything said back when they first started talking about it.
So that right there.
Namor trying to take over Wakanda, the war between Atlantis and Wakanda.
Okay. Well, all right. If we go by the comics,
Hmm.
when T'Challa did die in the comics and he became king of the dead, so to speak, and Shuri took over, um, and that's when Namor actually attacked Wakanda during what was that? That's when he had the Phoenix Force, but it was a storyline. I can't remember what storyline it was. But so do you have Shuri take the mantle and maybe Chadwick, or not Chadwick, T'Challa as King of the Dead? Do you do it that way? You don't have to see his face, just a person in a mask, maybe in like wraith form, you know what I'm saying, ghost form, something like that. Do you do it that way?
I mean, if that's the case, they could even just do the CGI thing with his face. They've done it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I think
saying?
they said they didn't want to do it because they felt like that was disrespectful.
They did it with Paul Walker, and it wasn't disrespectful to anybody. People cried over that.
True, true.
You
Yeah,
feel me? So that's a double standard to me. Why can't we do the same thing with, there's plenty
yeah,
of people that look like him.
yeah. Fit his
Yeah,
build and everything. Hydrate.
right. Just transpose his face.
I don't know,
Like
man.
I said,
I'm not with I'm not with that decision to not recast. I think we recast. I think we take time to recast. We find the right actors, uh, or actor, I should say, and
keep it moving forward.
yeah, keep it moving forward. The fans, the
They're gonna
fans fell
see
in
it
love,
because it's a Marvel movie.
right? Because it's a Marvel movie, so they're already going to show up. Like I said, nobody will boycott the movie, and
I,
frankly, I was
what I will say about
surprised.
that is anybody who is not going to go see this movie isn't going to go see it for reasons that aren't because it is what it
Right?
is. They didn't
They're
see the
gonna see
first
it
movie.
anyway. Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah, this movie caught a lot of scrutiny when it first came out. The first one, I remember
Hmm.
that.
So I don't know, man. I think I said my piece, man. You recast.
Yeah,
You recast.
and keep it
That's
moving.
and keep it moving. That's what we do. Because all right, if you don't recast, what's Black Panther 3 about?
There isn't one.
You see what I'm saying? So now you're
Right.
stopping the progress
Of
of
making money.
this character. Yeah, of making money. But I'm just talking about this character in general, which generates money. Which
Right.
at the time when it came out was the highest grossing MCU film when it came out.
Yep.
Um, so
Is one of
they
the
might,
best produced, if you ask me.
yeah, very.
It's one of
I
my.
mean,
It's my top.
because
It's in my top three.
they put so much in, they put a lot into this. A
Yep.
lot went in, a lot more went into Black Panther than probably any other MCU film. And what I mean by more, now I don't mean money. I mean the way to do it, the way it was thought out, bringing in. It was the only movie that actually had a soundtrack, a viable soundtrack, not like scores and stuff like that. An actual soundtrack. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
it's Black Panther is the celebrity status of the MCU.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Black Panther is king for real when it comes to the MCU. This character blew up. I mean, he was already a dope character in comics, but this character blew up probably bigger than all of the
Yep.
Avengers.
Individual characters.
Yeah, out of all of them, this one blew up the most. So for monetary reasons, I don't know why you wouldn't recast him, and for legacy reasons, to respect Chadwick Boseman's legacy, you recast so you can keep this character in rotation, because
Right.
ultimately you control this character. If nobody else nobody can make a movie about Black Panther but you.
Yep.
So if you get rid of him,
How? Who
you
else
can,
is making?
well,
You're
right.
not making any money off of it.
That's it. That is it. No more Black Panther.
Right.
That's basically what you're telling me. That you don't even want Black Panther around no more. So I
Right.
kind of feel like it's a spit in the face.
Right.
Because you did all this to champion them and to say diversity and, black superheroes, and we want to push them forward and stuff like that. But
And
now
then
you
it
want
was
to
a
get rid of
throwaway agenda.
it. Right. Now that's what it feels like to me. It feels disingenuous. So, uh, yeah, that's how I feel, man. So, comments, chat. If y'all out there, let me know. I know we got a little late, so probably ain't nobody even checking for us right now. But in the chat, if you out there, let me know how y'all feel about Black Panther, whether you want to recast. If you don't want to recast, you want to honor Chadwick Boseman's legacy by not recasting, let me know in the comments or whatever. So to keep pushing on to the next, I know that was a big thing, but it's I feel like it's like MCU Friday. It seems like every Friday gonna be like MCU Friday. You know what I mean?
Right. Just because there's not a whole lot else
All right.
going on.
Nah, it's not. It's not a lot going on. Let's talk about the setup that Falcon and the Winter Soldier did for the MCU going forward. I know we've talked ad nauseum about Black Widow already.
Mm-hmm.
What about the other properties coming forward? And I'll run through. We got already got the announcement of Captain America 4 coming.
Yep.
They've already speculated on a second season of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Black Widow, Black Panther 2, Armor Wars, Secret Invasion, Thunderbolts possibly, Dark Avengers possibly, Young Avengers possibly. So to me, it's setting up, or it deals with a lot
Right.
going forward. Like this might have been the most. I mean, and we've only had 2 shows, but it seemed like Falcon and the Winter Soldier got back down to the nitty gritty of the MCU, and it's connecting. This show did the world building that WandaVision didn't do, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
How do you feel about what are your plans? Oh, how can I phrase this? What comes out of Falcon and the Winter Soldier going forward that's not already announced?
Um, I feel like, well, I mean, like I said, we pretty much touched on everything. I feel like it'll play a big part in Secret Invasion. You know, that whole storyline, because the
Right.
ties with Nick Fury and Val. You know, it'll push all of that going forward. As far as what's unknown, uh, I did read something about this earlier. Hmm. Um, man, was just reading something about this earlier. Let me see.
Was it Dark Avengers of or Thunderbolts?
Um, I want to say it was. Oh man, it was like. Let me see if I can find it really fast. Like somebody posted a list, like a secret phase 4 and going forward list. Let's see.
Okay, got a secret list.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. It was like some of the titles they were talking about was like solid. I was like, wow, yeah. Um, the Illuminati in Marvel, the New
Oh yeah.
Avengers,
Okay.
Wolverine, and Rise of the Mutants
Okay. See, I
is what
like
they were
that too.
kind of
Rise of the
touching
Mutants. I
on.
like that better. Rise of the
Yeah.
Mutants. Ooh, okay. Well, let's talk about the Illuminati. Because I think that would actually be a dope show, or it could be a movie. But I think it would fare better as a show, Disney Plus series.
As
Who you
them
see
just being
involved?
over everything.
Yeah. Who do you see being involved in that?
Hmm.
Because if we go by the comics, we know it was two versions.
Yeah. I know Professor Xavier, Doctor Strange, um, Reed Richards.
Mhm.
Uh, who else?
All right. Here we go. Here we go. I got it.
Okay.
The original characters was Namor, Tony
Yep.
Stark, Reed Richards, Black Bolt, Doctor Strange, and Professor X. Those were the
Yep.
original characters. Um, then as time went on, they did some crazy shit. As time went on, they got Medusa, Captain America, Black Panther, Beast, Hulk, Captain Britain, Mastermind, Excello, who is Amadeus Cho, and Yellow Jacket, Hank Pym. So we don't have a Mr. Fantastic. We don't have a Namor, Black Bolt, or do we have a Black Bolt? I don't know.
Right.
And we don't have a Professor X. So who can we put in? Because I would think if they're going to do the Illuminati, they're going to use heroes
Yep.
uh, who kind of figured out, since we're the big brains and we got, you know what I'm saying, the most knowledge, we know what's going on, we need to start dictating and moving some pieces on the board, the same way Shield and Nick Fury and all these other people move pieces on the board. So who do you think will get Illuminati before we get a Fantastic Four or an X-Men?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. I feel like they they would jump the gun, you know, pulling those characters and pulling something like that involves those characters and not having those characters be introduced. They would either A, shoot themselves in the foot having to introduce the characters, or B, you know, shoot themselves in the foot by not having those characters, by wasting an opportunity.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't feel like we'll see it I don't feel like we'll see it anytime soon.
But I do like the notion of introducing the Illuminati, because what if they don't even do it as a series? I know it's been brought up, but what if it's just them in the background? They are the new Nick Fury.
Right.
They are the new end credit scene or mid credit scene. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
You
showing
need a new Tony Stark,
right.
first of all.
Well, yeah, we do. If they do use, if they do the Illuminati, because I think it'll be loosely based off of this. You can throw some people together. Uh,
Yeah.
Old Man Cap,
Okay, I can see that.
right?
That'll be cool.
Uh, T'Challa, if they recast him, I could see him
Okay.
working in the back. Um, who I already got? Who we already got? Ooh, Hank Pym.
Yep.
See him doing some things. Uh,
Strange.
Strange. I can see Doctor Strange doing some
Yeah,
things.
he's gonna be a major player here going forwards.
Right. And then I think to round it out, I think we'll get Professor X once he's introduced. I think that would round out the whole Illuminati. I don't think we go too deep with it like they did in the comic books.
Gotcha. Okay, that's fair.
You see what I'm saying? That way we can show them. You know what I'm saying? Remember when they did the all female uh, film pan? They panned it, and they, you know what I'm saying, in Avengers Endgame, all the
Yep.
A Force.
Yep.
That on a bigger scale.
Yeah.
I could see that on a bigger scale. As far as with the Illuminati, same way. We get all them together in a room, start, you know what I'm saying, moving some pieces around on the board, stuff like that. The only thing I hate is we got the throwaway Planet Hulk storyline in Thor.
Ragnarok. Yeah.
I hated that because I thought whenever they, I was like, man, when they finally decide to give us another Hulk movie, like when he left, and I was like, okay, this could be Planet Hulk, and
I
it
was
was Planet,
waiting for it.
you know what I'm saying, and it was,
Right.
but it wasn't,
Right.
because Planet Hulk is a title and a whole thing within itself. It shouldn't be wrapped up in Thor's business. You know what I'm saying?
Not even close. Right. It shouldn't be a subplot.
Nah, at all, man. It was a subplot. It wasn't.
Yep. You are so right.
I hated that, man. I really hated that. And what, you know what I'm saying? Because the Illuminati set that up. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? They deemed Hulk
Too dangerous.
too dangerous, and they sent him on a dummy mission that sent his ass off to
And
Sakaar.
dropped him off.
Yeah,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? Well, it wasn't supposed to go to Sakaar, but it was supposed to go to like an uninhabited planet or whatever.
Yep.
But I was like, man, y'all just messed. Y'all missed a big opportunity. They
Missed
should drag that
opportunities.
out.
3 or 4 movies.
Three. At least I would say at least two. We do Planet Hulk at first, and then we have Hulk finding his way back. You know what I'm saying? And do World War Hulk.
Yep.
And I would have loved to see that. Him just beast moding everybody.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Just
Yep.
going, because he had his brain, he had his wits within him too. He wasn't this trash Professor Hulk that we got. You know what I'm saying?
From Endgame. Yeah. Right.
This was knocking heads off Hulk, but I'm smart. You know what I'm saying? I've been fighting in the arena. I'm a gladiator, and I'm mad because y'all, not only did y'all send me away, but then when I do find true love, y'all are the reason my true love died. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh man, it would have been the dope. It would have been one of the best stories ever. And they to me
Would
that
have set up Wolverine versus Hulk and all
all
of
of
that.
that. Oh man, all of that. Like, what do you do with Hulk going forward?
Nothing. Nerf the character. Make him a side character again.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? What do you? Okay, he shows up in She-Hulk and does what? He does the blood transfusion. Cool. Now after that, like you said, nerfed. What is he doing?
Yep.
Is he wandering the world trying to figure out? Because and they got rid of the best part about who Hulk and Bruce Banner is.
The separate dynamic.
Right, which is who Hulk and Bruce Banner is. You know what I'm saying? Like, they totally got rid of that. Professor Hulk Nah, nah. Give me the crazy, give me the deranged. And to me, what I would like to see going forward with Hulk is, I would like to see Hulk become, if they do a Hulk movie, since he's Professor Hulk now, I would like to see Hulk becoming more and more dominant. You know what I'm saying? More and
Hmm.
more dominant. He's not changing back and forth, but every time they do a cut scene of the Hulk, he's looking a little bit more Hulkish than uh, Bruce Bannerish. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
It's like a
A
progression.
progression.
You know what I'm saying? And then maybe at the end of that movie, he's just full blown Hulk. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I would love to see something like that, man. I know you got to get up out of here. How much time you got left?
Maybe 10 minutes.
Another 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's jump into another thing related to like sticking to MCU going forward. Um, where do you see what's up with Armor Wars? Yeah, let's go there. Armor Wars. What do you think, or what do you think the plot is with Armor Wars? Do you think they're pulling it out of the comics? Do you think it's gonna be something totally different? Uh, well, let me go. I'll go first. I
Okay.
think we have Rhodey. He's in
Yep.
charge of his armor. He has. Uh, we're gonna get. I think Tony Stark is coming back in this, but not alive. We're gonna get Riri. She's gonna activate his um, hologram, his AI consciousness, and that's how
Okay.
she ends it. Because you know what I'm saying, she's getting parts and bits and pieces and parts to build her own armor.
Right.
She awakens AI, right? Maybe we get an Ultron cameo.
Yeah.
Um, I could see maybe Sharon Carter as a power broken playing some role in this. But as far as Armor Wars go, maybe the introduction of Doom, maybe.
Uh in a TV show though.
No, not like you get to see who the actor is or anything like that, but like a tease. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh, okay. Okay.
uh,
Yeah. Okay. I can see
maybe
that
some Doom
possibly.
bots
Right.
or you know what I'm saying,
Right.
something like that. But
Right.
not who the actor, because we don't have an actor yet, but just a tease. Maybe Latveria is teased. Doom himself is teased. Somebody who has armor just as powerful, tech just as good.
Right.
You know what? Let me pause for a second. I want to go off on a tangent about Doom. They gotta get me Doom, man. They gotta get
It's
me with
gotta
the
happen
real
soon. And it's gotta be
Doom.
real. It's gotta happen soon.
Yeah, they gotta get me the real Doom. I know that's your guy, man.
Yeah. Big time.
Yeah, I know that's your guy, man. They gotta give me the real Doom. But yeah, Armor
Yeah.
War. So how do you feel? Break it down for me. What's the plot? Give me the plot. What do you think going for?
I feel like Armor Wars is like you said, I could see, what I'm saying, the Tony Stark AI coming back, but I also see that as an opportunity for them to reintroduce Justin Hammer
Yeah, I agree.
as a major player, what I'm saying, in the background as well. Um, I could also see them that as a major way to introduce, what I'm saying, to push that Norman Osborn plot forward as well.
I was just
You
gonna
know what
say
I'm
Sparking.
saying? Right. I could see them pushing that forward as well. It's kind of a toss up, man. It's hard for me to say, but I would love to see them, I would love to see that be true to the comic, but then again, I want to see what they could do as far as some of the tangents they do with some of the characters.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they do it the right way on Disney Plus, and I'm interested to see that.
Yeah,
As because I feel like that's a movie, that's not a series. It's gonna be interesting to see how they span that over 8 episodes. You know what I mean?
yeah. If they give us 8, yeah,
Right. Or
it seemed like
however much they give us, right? 6.
6 might be their magic number, because I think they said Hawk did they no Loki. I think Loki is only 6.
Episodes.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Um, Armor War. That's actually one of the more ones that I'm more excited for. One of the ones I'm more excited for is Armor Wars. I like War Machine. Um,
Yeah.
he has a dope story. I would, you know what I would like to see? I would like to see the dynamic between him and Captain Marvel. You know, because they were an item in the comics, and they kind of had a little tension in Endgame during the holographic scene. She kind of looked at
Doubtful. I
Rhodey
think
like, you
she's
know,
supposed to be like
they
LGBT.
don't say it, don't say it. They better not do that.
I think that that's the way that that character is set up. I'm
Uh-huh.
pretty sure
Yeah,
that that's been a big play going forward for them. That was the
yeah.
first character. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I highly doubt it because it
The,
would ruin the arc of the what they've put into the character. It would change the
uh-huh.
character's dynamic too much.
Who? Captain Marvel or Rhodey?
Captain Marvel.
I don't know, man. I would. They're both Air Force pilots.
Yep, they have a lot in common. I'm with you. I don't feel like it fits the social agenda because they, like I said, I'm pretty sure that was the way that that character was set up to be the
Yeah,
first.
true, true. But whatever.
Right.
They kind of skated on it with her best friend. You know what I'm saying? Uh, um, uh, but and I get it. I like you said, the social agenda representation.
Yep.
This is not the character for that. To me, just
No,
give me
I
the hard
agree.
nosed warrior woman that she is. You know what I'm saying? You can do that with She-Hulk. She-Hulk is polyamorous. You can do that with um
Rogue.
plenty Rogue. You can do it's plenty characters who are polyamorous coming up that you have control of that you can do that with. You know what I'm saying? Who they're known for. Wiccan is gay. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Iceman, which I thought was the wrong way for him to, you know what I'm saying, for them to make him
But
gay.
that wasn't until
But
later, way later in the comics.
and to me that didn't make sense.
No,
It
yeah.
didn't make sense. Like, okay, now all of a sudden he's gay and Jean Grey just reads his mind and finds out that he's gay. Like, Jean, you've been reading the dude's mind for how long now?
Right. Come on, Mal. Yeah. It just seems like that's a trash way to put something
Oh
like
man,
that.
I hated
But
that they
that
made it.
kind of dynamic into the character. Right.
I hate you know what? It wasn't the main timeline Iceman. It was the teenage Iceman.
Yep.
She read his mind and found out that he was gay, and I'm like, come on, you've
Stop
known
it.
this
Yeah.
dude since the '60s. You know what I'm saying? You know, you would have known if he was gay or not.
If he was down low. Right.
You would have known that. Plus, you're a telepath. You can read his mind. You'd have known. And this is a character who has taken down some of the baddest. You know what I'm saying? So I see you looking around. You got to go. You ready to go? We can
Yeah,
go
yeah,
ahead and
yeah. I
wrap it
got
up.
Jim. All right.
Um. So, uh, but yeah, okay. Well, let's just wrap it up like this.
Okay.
Moving forward, MCU. What are you most excited for?
I kind of would like to see that Dark Avenger storyline play out, but
Mm-hmm.
I also would like to see like the insurgency with Hydra play out too. So I
Okay.
feel like we'll see Fem Force. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see all that. All that's gonna come. And I would like them to make a compelling story. You know what I'm saying? To where I want to see, like you said, like we said before, I want to see the bad guys kind of get the spotlight a little bit.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I would like to see. You brought up Hydra. You brought up the Fem Force. You brought up Dark Avengers. I would like to see that just be playing in the background, no matter
Yep.
what. It's a you know what I'm saying. Dark Avengers is doing. They're doing it their way. The real Avengers and everybody else is looking like, what the hell is going on? You know what I'm saying? Who are these clowns? But they're doing it. They're efficient. They don't care what anybody has to say. They're not here for applause or anything like that. They're just here to get a job done and go back. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I would love to see something like that. And it's just the head guy, a puppet, the puppeteer. I'm sorry, Norman Osborn,
Whoever they decide to make it.
whoever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's making it seem like we're doing this to get, you know what I'm saying, to make America great again, so to speak. but I
Right.
got my own political agenda involved. And you know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to take over the world. So
Right.
like Cobra. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, I agree with you, man. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up, man. Everybody who came out, it is some Facebook comments I see, but we'll get to that later. Kobe's got to go, and I'm sorry for the late stream, y'all. I know it's late, and I didn't let anybody know that we were streaming late, but we'll be back Monday,
Yep.
5 o'clock.
Yep.
Yep, we'll be back Monday 5 o'clock, kicking down your door, or I should say, inviting y'all in to the house. But yeah, that's our time, man. Don't forget, buymeacoffee.com/blueshouse to support. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we are out. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here, man. Peace.
Take it easy. Be safe.